This is one good way to explain how evolution works. The start of this represents the ancestor of an animal that is alive today. And when you follow it around, each pixel would represent thousands of years, hundreds of generations. And as it goes around, each generation is going to be similar to the next one with slight differences until we get around, and when we make a full circle, this is when we decide, okay, this is a new species. Even though if you follow it back, each species, each generation was similar to the last one. We have to differentiate between what it was here and what it was over here. And that's, I'm not exactly sure how they do it. If it's, they found a fossil here, so we're going to call that a new species. Or I've also heard that if two animals can't breed, then they're different species. Maybe it's arbitrary, I don't know, but at this line right here, that's when we say, okay, that's a new species. Even though just above it and just below it will still be very similar. We start with one species, and then at some point it's the same species, it's the same species. At some point right here, we have to declare, alright, that's a different species. And so we can only see like a really small portion. We can only, we've only been able to observe just right here to where there have been changes, but not very many. And this is only following one species. If this right here was, say, like a horse, and we followed this back, this at some point would split off and start making another spiral because the group of animals of that species maybe came to a different location that had different food or different predators or a different geographical features, so they adapted different features, and then this spiral would start here and keep going in the same manner, and today it would be, a zebra or something. And again, this is all taking place over millions and millions of years, something, we aren't able to observe in recorded history. Another way to look at it is this. I like this because it shows the color differentiation. Right over here, you've got a color that's very different than over here, and it changes a little bit, but if you look at just one spot on here, in between two generations, there's not gonna be much of a difference. And we don't have fossil records of each transitional form, because in order for a fossil to form, it's just such rare circumstances. So we may have a fossil here, and then over here, and then, I guess we don't need a fossil for today, but we may have, what it started as. So that is just another good way, because of the color differentiation, to see how species change over time.